Assalamu alaikum students. I hope that you all are doing well and you all are safe and sound at your homes. So students, as you know, today is 27th of August 2025 and the day is Wednesday. Yes. And I hope that you all are also doing the assigned work and are completing your homework, whether it's an oral practice or whether it's a written practice at your homes at specific times or whatever time you have specified for yourself for the purpose of learning or reading or working. Okay, because that's very important, that's necessary for you, because if you are not doing it on time you will be getting into trouble afterwards because your syllabus will be pending in that way too. So I hope that you all are doing it, because teachers are paying so much efforts in teaching you, and that you have to pay back those efforts in order to learn and practice the given work for you all. So the chapter under consideration of our today's class is unit number 7, named as danger, and the hyphen containing forest fires means the danger that is caused by the forest fires. We started that chapter in the previous class, and in the previous class we have done the reading and rephrasing of that unit. I have explained you what is written in that unit, what can be the things that are important in the aspect of the forest fires, what are the dangers, what are the causes that our environment and we are facing as human beings because of the forest fires, and what are say the importance of the forest, how does forest fire start, and then after that we have also read about the forest fires, the cause of the flooding, because flooding is very under concern, and flooding is very the you can say the conversation on every mouth these days, because the situation in Pakistan is very problematic too, and this situation of the forest fire is one of the major issues in Pakistan too. We also discussed that, and in the end we ended it with a question as, can a forest recover? And then we discussed about that how are the chances and which are the cases, what are the cases through which a forest can recover. And also I told you about the things that are causing the forest fires, and those were like some of the fires initiated deliberately, because as we got to know that children do this for the fun purpose, because they wanted to do that and they have fun while doing that. Some of the causes were like 5% of the fires are caused by the cigarette ends, 19% of the fires are caused by or are initiated by careless agricultural work, 30% of them are the deliberate ones, and the sources that are unknown and probably caused by humans are 45%. We also discussed that hunters and loggers start fires to clear paths to the forest. Some of the fires are initiated deliberately. Initiated का मतलब मैंने आपको बताया था, that means कि आग को जलाना, okay, ignition of the fire, आग को जलाना शुरू करना. And then we also discussed about that the many forest fires are started accidentally by people who burn garbage at illegal dumps also, or by sparks which fly from machines. So the human activities are much involved in all these cases. Then we also discussed that some of the children start fires just because they enjoy watching them burn. And then we also discussed that if the cutting of the forest, whether useful for human purposes or whether it's not useful, it is damaging our environment and damaging our human health and damaging the daily activities of our life in any way. We can say that this is such a disastrous activity for our environment, for our health, for our own purpose, for our own use, that we cannot deny the fact that it is harmful. And whether it is caused by the deliberate purpose, whether it is caused unintentionally, whether it is caused just for the fun, whether it is being caused just for the fun, it is still harmful. Means we need to stop this, we need to spread awareness regarding this, because we need forests in such kind of environment. And the time in which we are facing global warming, immense heat, and all these things, as I have told you, that forest provides us shade, shelter, food, and not only for us the human beings, for all the animals and plants too. And they also provide us fuel, food, raw materials and medicines. They also give us oxygen that help us to breathe. And there are certain other things like immense you can say the functions or the qualities the forest actually play as a role in our lives. So we cannot deny the fact that they are much important for our survival, and we could not survive without them. So that's why a movement kind of a thing is being initiated in Pakistan and all over the world too, that we need to plant more and more trees, and especially on Independence Day, as 14th August or Independence Day has just passed. So it is being, appreciated since ages, and it is also being appreciated if you plant a tree and then take care of it, and then see or witness it growing and converting it into a tree, the seedling that converts into a plant and the plant that converts into a tree. It will definitely give you fruit if it's a fruity plant, and it provides you shade, it provides you shelter, and it provides you a clean environment. You can, whenever you go to the hilly station, you feel like the air here is very fresh, and the air over there feels too fresh, and you feel like breathing them with such a zestful moment, and with such a pleasant smile. You just feel like we are here out of, and feel like this is something that is out of the world, but it is actually not something that is out of the world. It is basically that you are responsible for your environment too. If you plant more and more trees, you will have that environment in city area too. So students, that was a brief introduction, or you can say the introduction of the chapter, and also the recap of what we have read in the previous lesson. And now we are progressing with the session of the word synonyms, or we can say the words meaning of the difficult words that we find difficult in that previous lesson. I hope that you all have your dictionaries with you today, and I asked you people to underline the difficult words. I underlined them myself too, and I hope that you people have done it so far yet. And now the thing which we are going to write is, like, I am going to write the meanings over the board, and also and then you have to find out the synonyms, or you can say the English meanings of them out of the dictionary, so that we can learn and understand how to pronounce that word and what is the meaning of that word in Urdu and also in English. Okay, in Urdu we are urging it just because you people can understand very well what is the actual meaning of that sentence, the word, and it would be very easy for you to jump into the context of that word and learn the literal meaning that way, and make the sentence easier than you people think it can be. Okay, so let's move on with our today's task. What is the topic that is under consideration today is, I'm going to write the topic on the board, and you are going to follow a similar pattern, mentioning the date and day, the classwork in the middle, the margin line on the red line that is being that is given on your notebooks page. Then unit number 7, danger, forest fires, and then the topic means right meanings. You're supposed to write right meanings, not the words meaning over the topic. Okay, topic, right meanings, and then write words and meanings like this. Okay, write words and meanings, make a section in between. You all have to draw a single middle line in between and write words meaning in this way. ठीक है, आपने एक पेज पे 4 sections नहीं बनाने. You all have to follow the pattern that we used to follow in our classes, in our regular classes. Okay, so let's move on with the first word. Okay, so let's start with the first meaning, and that is what? Do you all remember what was the first underlined word? Shelter. Yes, it was shelter. Okay, so shelter. So what does shelter mean? Anybody knows that? I have told that trees provide us shelter. So shelter means pana, rihayish, pana, and you can have a shade under that tree. So that's why we can say trees provide us shelter. So what does shelter mean? Open your dictionary and find out the meaning. So pana, shelter means, I found out in my dictionary that shelter means refuge. The word refuge. Word refuge. Very good. Refuge. R-E-F-U-G-E. Refuge. So shelter means refuge. I hope that you people will find the same meaning in your dictionary as I did. Refuge yani ke panah. Then the second word, I hope that you people remembered. What was the second word? The second word was raw materials. And raw materials are those things that are considered as, we can say in Urdu, kham mal. So see, if you are taking out something, raw material, an extra material that is somehow providing you kind of a supply or resources, so you can say consider it as raw materials. So raw materials mean I found out the word resources or supplies in my book, in my dictionary. Okay, so raw materials is the second word and it means resources and supplies. So resources and supplies, these are the two meanings, the two easiest possible meanings that I found out in my dictionary. You can write one out of both of them. Got it? Let's move on towards the word number 3. The third word. And the third word is destroy. The third word is destroy. So destroy means tabah karna. Also you can say tabahi ke baad ke baqiyat, the things that remain, the things that are left after some destruction or the disaster, these are also called as destroy. So destroy means tabah karna, and we can find out the meaning of destroy in our book as so I found out the meaning of destroy in my dictionary as it all ruins. So we can say destroy means destroys in your books. And you can say ruins, tabah kariyan. Okay. And the word number 4 is loggers. The word number 4 is loggers. I have told you कि loggers कौन से होते हैं? The one who cut wood and then use it for some purpose of construction, or you can say the woodwork or anything. Okay, so the loggers mean Loggers. Loggers mean the one who cuts wood, लकड़ियाँ काटने वाले. So what do we call the ones who cut wood? Anyone? What do we call the ones who cut wood? जो लकड़ियाँ काटते हैं उन्हें हम क्या कहते हैं? What do we call them? Woodcutters. Good. We call them woodcutters. Got it? Okay. So we are done with how many words? 1, 2, 3, 4. We are done with 4 words. Take a screenshot of them or note them. Hurry up. Now we are moving towards the next word session. The word number 5. And the word number 5 is deliberately. Okay. So deliberately means the thing when a person does it purposefully or does it intentionally. जानबूझ कर की जाने वाली चीज. Deliberately means deliberately means जानबूझकर. So the word I found out in my dictionary is of the meaning as deliberately means something doing or being done intentionally, or there is another word I found it as purposely. किसी वजह की वजह से, अब चाहे वो पर्पस आपका फन हो, whether it can be anything else, whether for the purpose of having fun, whether to enjoy the fire, the flames, whether to have barbecue, whether to have any party, there is a specific purpose, and you can say they initiate the fire deliberately, means intentionally. So the next word is illegal, गैर कानूनी, वो चीज़ जो कि अलाउ नहीं होती. For example, illegal blasphemy, and it means, so what that it means, unlawful, ऐसी चीज जो किसी लॉ से प्रूव नहीं है, anything that is not being approved by any law and it is illegal, तो आप उसे क्या कहते हैं, unlawful. For example, throwing trash in certain areas is illegal. आप कुछ जगहों पे कचरा नहीं फेंक सकते because there are no dustbins over there are no dumping sessions over there, so you're not allowed to throw garbage or litter over that place or area. So that's why it is considered as unlawful. The next word is dumps. The word is dumps. So dumps mean किसी जगह पे कोई चीज़ डिस्कार्ड कर देना. कूड़ा क्रिकेट फेंका जाता है जिस जगह पे बड़े बड़े ढेर को कूड़े क्रिकेट के, उसको हम क्या कहते हैं, डंप्स. सो द मीनिंग दैट आई फाउंड आउट इन माय डिक्शनरी ऑफ द डंप्स इज डिस्पोजेस. किसी चीज़ को डिस्पोज ऑफ कर देना, वेस्ट करना, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज डंप्स ऑल्सो. सो मीन इट इज डिस्पोजेस. As I disposed of my trash of paper. Got it? The next word is sparks. Sparks means shola, आग का. So you can consider it as the sparks that ignites, आग को initiate करना, जिसे कहते हैं शोले से फड़फड़ाती हुई टिक 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 की साउंड आती है when you lit up the lighter. So that is called ignition, means the fire is being to start, and then the flame, then the spark, one of the spark comes, spark initiates, and then the flames start to burn and initiates a fire. So sparks mean ignites, or you can say flame. Got it? Let's move on towards the next word. The next word we have is worryingly. 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 Okay, you are going to pronounce it as worryingly, means परेशानी के तौर पर. So what do we call worryingly as? The thing that is a trouble. That thing, in the context of your chapter, we will be saying it as alarming. Yeah, it is alarming. We are left with 2 words more. Let's go on towards those words. Okay, the second last word is soil erosion. As I told you that कि बहुत ज़्यादा बारिश जहाँ पे सैलाब हो या जहाँ से दरख्त उखाड़ दिए जाएँ वहाँ पे मिट्टी की ज़रख़ीज़ी कम हो जाती है. That's why the soil over there gets lost its nutrients. So the soil erosion means loss of soil. Degradation. Or loss of soil. Got it? Means the soil over there lost its nutrients, lost its upper layer. That's why we call the land it as eroded. And then the last word is soak. Soak मतलब just कर देना, चूस देना, निचोड़ देना. So soak means absorb. That is a very easy word that we use in our daily conversation. It's not a new thing. So the last word is soak, and soak means absorb. किसी चीज़ को अपने अंदर जज़्ब कर लेना. That's it for the words meaning session, and let's repeat the words all together. The first word we did was shelter, means panah, and the meaning is refuge. Raw materials, Urdu meaning is hamal, and the meanings are resources, supplies. Then we did destroys, that means tabah ya tabah kariyan, and the meaning was ruins. Deliberately means janbujhkar, means intentionally and purposely. Then loggers, the one who cuts wood, we call them as woodcutters. Illegal means unlawful. Dumps mean disposes. Sparks mean ignites, or we can say the flame or flash. Worryingly means alarming, and then soil erosion mean degradation or the loss of soil, and soak mean absorb. I hope that you people got the meaning of those words and understand how to pronounce them, and understand the Urdu and English meaning of both of all these words that I have written on the board for all of you, so that you can practice them very well. And if there's any confusion, you people can ask me, and I hope that everything is clear to all of you. You all are supposed to note down them in your book. I am writing the notebook. I am writing the diary on the board so that people can understand. So that's the diary for today, and you all have to write the meanings of chapter number 7 in your respective notebooks. That's it for today's class. You all are supposed to complete your homework on time. That's it. Take care of yourselves. Till then, we meet in next class, inshallah. Allah Hafiz.